Kitty Street, and it's International Harry Potter Day. You probably have seen it on my community tab, and today I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you everything Harry Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fanatic like I am, welcome to my channel. And if you're not a Harry Potter fanatic fan and you just stopped by to see what this is all about, hello, 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 and I hope it's something that will pique your interest. Because yes, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can jump on the bandwagon and be part of the Harry Potter universe, because it's a massive, whether you're starting out at a younger age, a middle age, or your older age, it's always something that Harry Potter's bringing to the table. Every time I turn around, I'm just super amazed. With that said, guys, if you are a new person here and you haven't subscribed, I hope you will consider subscribing. And hey, to all my old subscribers, you know you are my heart and soul. So with that said, let's jump right on into this Harry Potter video. So I don't have a haul. This is items that I have actually either were gifted or I purchased with my own money. Things that I just came across because I'm always on the hunt for anything with the image of Harry Potter or Hogwarts. And if you don't know any of those words yet, you probably will by the end of this video. So what I was going to do was just going to show you some things that I have gotten over the years. And I'm going to talk about the book series, because you know there's a book series, because everybody don't really understand that before the movies somebody had to write the book, and it was J.K. Rowling. So I have only one paperback book and the rest are all hardback. I have not yet found the paperback book of the very first book, which is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This book has been well used. I've read it probably 3 times, and it was the very first book written in the series. And then, and how I got these were from the Goodwill, or someone gave me one. I think someone actually gave me this one because someone said, oh yeah, and I said, isn't that those children books for kids and things like that? Because guys, I was 40. I was in my 40s when I learned about Harry Potter. So it was like almost at the stages where all the books were written, all the movies were almost done. And someone gave me this, and I read it and I devoured it. And then I quickly went to the library and got all the other books because they were free. But I'm not going to pull up every single one of them. But I got all of these. This is number 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And then here's number 3, which was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And they even have the numbers on them where they say it, and they're hardback. And I don't think these two have them on there, but I got, oh yeah, you can kind of see right here where I peeled it off from the, if you can see that, the ticket from the Goodwill. So all of these books were probably between $2 to $3, I would say. And I just wanted to kind of give you an idea, because there are 7 of the books, but there's 8 movies, because the last book was broken into part 2 for the movies. And here's just an idea. I think that says 404, and I never took that off. And I kind of not really use these because I like the softback books, the paperback books more so, but I love to have the hardback books because I've used them for decorations, and I've read all the books 2 or 3 times. But if you're not a book reader and you're not saying, I'm not going to take time to read all those Harry Potter books because they are very thick, as you can see, the next best thing is, of course, you got to get the series. This is the 6 years 1 through 6. It tells you each one of them, and they also, and this was just the first 6 because when it came out, that's where I was. And then the last 2, part 1 and 2 of the last 2 movies of the Deathly Hallows came out. So yes, I am going to be telling you, I've seen the books, and this is the first one, I think it is, let me make sure. Yeah, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I've watched these DVDs over and over and again. And then when I went total streaming, I stream them all the time. I streamed every single movie from 1 to number 8 right before I did this video, and I'm in love with it. I could watch Harry Potter all the days of my life. It's the best movie that is an example of good versus evil. And that's what did it for me. I love a good mystery. I love fantasy, and this was my go-to. So it was something for me to jump into and learn real quickly, because a lot of people know a whole lot more and still know a whole lot more than I do that I will ever know about Harry Potter, because they're like really, really into it. I just do this as a kind of like a fun thing. And when you tell somebody that you like something, they'll start giving you stuff. Trust me. Parties, birthdays, gifts, you know, randomly they see an item that has something to do with Harry Potter. They're like, oh, Wendy loves that. Let's grab that. So I'm just going to break it down. I'm going to be doing mostly just an introduction, and I'm going to see if you guys like this kind of video. And if so, I'll keep doing more themes, and I'm going to kind of gear them around the first book for sure for this first video, because any avid Harry Potter fan, the first book, there's some certain things that you have to have. Okay. So also I do have another book here. It's the J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World movie magic, and it just pops up. So this is how I always remember my Harry Potters. Let me show you a picture of the young Harry Potter in the very first movie. Okay, so you got to get an idea of a picture, and this is his friend Ron Weasley, and we're going to talk about that. I'm showing pictures to those people who may not know what this is. If you know, you know. Okay, so if any person that's a fan of Harry Potter, you got to have some kind of Harry Potter doll, right? You got to have it. I chose this one because I have about 15 of them. It's soft. He was small. He has his little, you know, it's actually a lightning bolt or a Z, whatever you want to call it. And he was just cute, and I thought I could pick him out. I have no idea who gave me this or if I bought it myself, but you got to have some type of Harry Potter iconic little doll to look at all the time, because he is the main character of the entire series. And his iconic glasses and the lightning bolt scar that he got, because his name is one of many names, is the boy who lived. So he survived getting struck by magic, and it caused it to have a scar. So that's just a little FYI on there. So I'll set him right here for now, and you can kind of just pay attention to that. Okay, so the little boy his whole family in the magical world is killed, and he's shipped off to what they call the Muggle world, which is the people who are non-magical, and they don't even know about the world of magic at this point, because it's like two different realms, two different universes. And long story short, he goes to live with the Dursleys, and I know I mix that up all the time, and they're very prudish. It's the husband, wife, and the son. I'm not going to go into details. Go check out the first movie. And they take over Harry because the mother is the sister of Harry's mother who got killed. And the sister is not, Mrs. Dursley is not, has a magical bone in her body. Matter of fact, she don't like magic. And they take him in, and he stays in the broom cupboard, which is basically a room underneath the stairs. They're prudish people, and they basically take him in as a, basically they have to because they're family, but they treat him like a horrible stepson at best. And they make him sleep in a room, a little cupboard under the staircase. But anyway, when Harry turns, he's 10 now in the movie. When it starts off, he's about to turn 11. And when you turn 11 in the books, I believe it's that. I think it is. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. But anyway, 10 or 11, he'll get a letter in the mail. And he was getting these letters for magic, but he doesn't know anything about magic because, you know, he's just thinking he's a kid that lives in this crazy house of people that really don't love him, and his parents were killed, and this is his, you know, what he knows. So anyway, these letters start coming out, and they come from these owls, because owls are like their mail carrier in the magical world. And he finally gets one of them. And I had this little wallet thing, and it's the only one I could show. And this is what the letter says. It says, Mr. H. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs. And then it goes on to tell where he lives at 4 Privet Drive in Surrey. So he gets thousands upon these. And the Dursleys, they get so crazy about it, they don't want to let him know about it. They try to take him off before he can get his invitation, his saying, hey, you're a wizard. You're going to go to Hogwarts, which is basically like the college or school he's going to be going to. So who comes to the rescue is probably one of my fave characters, and his name is Rubius Hagrid. And this is, of course, just a Walmart piece that I got for $2.50. He's a giant. He actually loves Harry Potter. He treats him like a son. But he comes to get Harry Potter from the Dursleys, or whatever you want to call them. It's Dursleys, Dursleys. I can't say my pronunciation is the greatest. So, you know, bear with me on that. So he comes and gets Harry Potter from underneath the stairs, and he's saying, hey, you know, you got your invitation. You're a wizard. You're going to go to Hogwarts, and you're going to start your schooling. The only catch is you're going to go to school the whole school year, and then you have to go back in the summertime, back to the old Dursleys. And that's the only thing that I don't really understand. But if you read the books, you'll figure it out. So when Hagrid comes to get Harry Potter, he has to get some supplies for school. And one of the main supplies are, of course, your books and things like that. But they get to have a pet. And his pet is Hedwig. And Hedwig is a a beautiful white, soft-looking owl. And this one I got here from Kohl's on a special. It was $5 if you spend a certain amount of money. And yeah, I just thought I had to have this one. So his pet is Hedwig. And you can have pets that are rats. You can have pets that are cats. Some are, you know, different types of different ones. But Hagrid gets Harry Potter, his first pet ever. And it's a beautiful white owl. I think it's like a snow owl. Then anybody who knows anything about the books, you got to have a wand. I just pulled this one out. I know the bag's a hot mess. I got this from Universal Studios. And Ollivander's is where Harry goes in to get his wand, because the wand chooses the wizard or the witch. I'm not going to do a wand series here today. I have a wand box where I did get this from Universal. And I will do a whole, if this goes off well and you guys want me to do another video, all things Harry Potter and the universe, I will talk about wands because I have several of them. This bag, when I go back to Universal, will be replaced. So I'm just going to go in and buy a brand new picture. Actually, I don't even have the train itself. The best next thing I can tell you is that it's on a platform called 9 3/4. So if you ever seen anything that says with the Hogwarts Express, platform 9 3/4, this is the train that he's getting on. I wanted to purchase a lot of different things about this, but I just, you know, like I said, I pick and choose what I get. And I got this at Ross for $7.99. And when I get my Harry Potter situation going on in a room, I'm going to kind of put some things and stuff in and stage it. This will be going up. But yes, this is the train. And you're probably saying, well, what is the train and what is this about? So going back to this first picture, you can see Hedwig right here. And you can see the Harry Potter. And then they're going to this train station. And you see the 10 right there. But I just told you, now in the Muggle world, they don't have a 9 3/4. They have a 9 or 10 platform. Which is basically this magical portal that takes them to Hogwarts. Now Hogwarts, I wanted to kind of show you this because I know my background has got this big ring light hitting on it, but I wanted you to see the books before I push my thing up. And this is Hogwarts behind me. And yes, this is on my wall. And I know I can't do it all the way up because you won't see my head if I do it too high. And I got this background from actually my son got it from me from Party City. It came in a little pack like this, and this is what the background is. I can't tell you how much it cost back in the day, but that's what's behind me. And I'm gonna kind of bring it down just a little bit so you can kind of see my neck. Okay, good, and I won't feel like I'm talking to a thing. But this behind me has been on my wall probably for 3 years, and I can't bring myself to take it down. I one year did a Halloween Harry Potter. My birthday's in November, so I did a birthday Harry Potter. Then I did a Christmas tree. I'll have to show you about my Christmas tree. I did a whole Harry Potter Christmas tree. So I did a whole theme, and then I just left it up. And I think maybe I left it up to do these videos for my future me. I don't know. But anyway, wrapping up the scene to get to where I want to go to for this video, not to make it too extremely long. And I hope you're following me. And if you're not, you know, you can always go pick up the book or the movie, and you can start yourself off and you can get caught up. But anyway, so they're going to Hogwarts, and Hogwarts is the school where they learn, and it starts with grade 1 on up. And Harry Potter is going to grade 1, and he basically is going to be studying how to be a wizard. And I don't know why that was just so interesting to me, because, you know, it's so taboo. Sometimes people talk about magic and witches and wizards, but the way that they portray it, it could be your kid or your daughter, your son or daughter. It's crazy. So when he's on the train going, because he gets on the train, to Hogwarts, and he meets some, friends. This is Ron, his best friend. And I don't really have anything Ron Billingsley Weasley, except this little squishy that I used to keep on my computer at work until I finally took it down because it was so dusty. But this is Ron. And then he meets Hermione Granger. I'll show you a picture of her. And I think, I have a little thing of her too. And I have another one I wanted to show you. I think I brought it out. Yeah, here it is. And this is Hermione. This is just one of my Funko things. I think I paid $5 for it at Walmart. And if you press here, it says, you are my magical friend. So Hermione and Ron become the 3 characters for the whole rest of the book series. So you got to know Harry Potter, his friend Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger. And Hermione Granger. So there you go. So they're on the train, and when they get on the train, there's a scene that I always love, and it shows this lady pushing a candy. And the one thing I've always said, if I ever can get my hands on them, were these chocolate frogs. Now, I know my ring light's acting nuts today because I actually wanted to keep it where I could see the video, but it was so dark. I was like, I got to put some light, so bear with me. So these are chocolate frogs. Now, of course, these are fake ones. I'm going to try to do this with the light on it. And I got these at Walmart, and they were like $5. I got like 20 of them. I picked up every single one I could get my hands on at $5 because they're very expensive. And if you ever go to Universal Studios, you'll know what I'm talking about, because these are actually chocolate frogs that they sell with real chocolate. But I'm about to show you what these are. But then after I got like maybe 5 at $5, they marked them down to $2.50, and I wiped them out. So I got tons of them. But I just brought 2 of them, and I want to show you what they are. So basically, these would be treats on their little candy cart that they would purchase. And of course, they would eat the chocolate frog, if you can see the chocolate frog there. But this is like a little rubber one, okay? But underneath it, they have characters. And I wanted to talk about a couple of characters. Now, this one is Minerva. Let me pull this off. Minerva McGonagall. And she's going to be one of Harry Potter's, all of their, Harry, Ron, and Hermione's professors. And she has got some special talents. So we will talk about her. You got to see the movies because she is a very main character, very wonderful character to me, and I love her. So that was one of them. And then another character that, here's another frog, and each one of these have different like little playing cards behind them, but I picked out these 2 for me to talk about them today. Again, it would be the chocolate frog. You see how it is, and that's so cute. And then you have another character. Do I have a thing on it? Yeah, I do. Let me take it off. This is Professor Severus Snape. And he's a character, all right. But, don't always judge people by the cover of their book, because it might shock you in the long run. So Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall are going to be 2 big key players of these movies. So I had to talk about them. Any avid Harry Potter fan would know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. So if you're just getting into this, kind of bear with me, because I want you to kind of I'm setting the scene for the first book. Now, they're on the train, and I do have this wonderful Sherpa blanket that is from Harry Potter. I got this for Christmas from my kids, and it was $20 at TJ Maxx. If you have a TJ Maxx in your location, it was marked down to $20. I have not used this at all. I actually completely forgot about it, but I know the winter is gone and we're going into spring and summer. But I use the air conditioner in my house, and I will be opening up this as soon as I finish this video. But I wanted to give you an idea of another picture of the Hogwarts train, and it's taking them. You see how I said us? Because I'm just like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to be a kid again. They're taking us to Hogwarts. And once we get to Hogwarts, every school has a headmaster or a principal, whether you're in the States or whether you're somewhere else. There's somebody who is in control. And of course, I don't know, over the years, you probably, even whether you knew Harry Potter or not, you probably heard the word Albus Dumbledore. Albus Dumbledore. Now, this is a $5 purchase that I got from Walmart. It's got the sticker on there and everything. This is the original Albus Dumbledore, or Professor Dumbledore. Because the first one actually was, he was in the first 2 movies and then he died. And then they came up with another Dumbledore, which we'll show you in future videos. But I was so glad to get the actual first one. And I've just been holding on. I've never taken it out of the package. And I pulled it out just to show you because Dumbledore is very important. He's a very powerful dude as well. Okay. So the kids get to Hogwarts, and then when they get there, they have to be sorted into their houses. And what that means is that when you go to Hogwarts, there's 4 houses, and I'm not going to break it down too much, but there's Hufflepuff, there is Ravenclaw, and there is Gryffindor, and there is a Slytherin. So you have these 4 houses, okay? And I thought that was the best way to show you. And how do you get sorted in your house? Well, it goes by the sorting hat. And you're probably thinking, what the heck, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's called the sorting hat. Now, this is where they go to get sorted at in Hogwarts. It's like the little hall where they eat at. And I love all these scenes that they have when they get sorted. And I thought they were going to show me the picture in here, but I guess they're not going to do it. So let me show you what a sorting hat is because we're getting ready to wind this down. Nope, it's not in here. Guys, this right here is a sorting hat, okay? It looks like some floppy little witch hat, right? And it's brown, and it looks a little floppy, but I'm going to try to do this without being silly. But you put it on your head, and this is what Harry Potter and all the people had to do, is they put it on their head, and they basically were talked to, and I'm hoping this is going to work on camera. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let's see if this is going to go.
There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can't see. So try me on, and I will tell you where you ought to be. Ravenclaw!
Okay, so
Gryffindor! Slytherin! Hufflepuff! Just and loyal. True.
So it's telling me that I was sorted into Hufflepuff. However, I am not a Hufflepuff. I am definitely 110% a Gryffindor. Take the test. There's a little quiz. It's not a test. And it tells you what house you're in. But this thing right here, I got, my daughter was at Walmart. It was, this was like 20 or 30 bucks when it first came out, but it was on clearance and it came in a nice little box. But I've used this for so many decorations and parties. I even had it as a topper on my Christmas tree one year, and I got it for $12, $11.99. She called me up and she said, they got those hats over there that you like for Harry Potter. Do you want me to get it? And I'm like, yes. Harry Potter, Ron, and Hermione, the three guys, the 3 amigos, all are going to be into Gryffindor, which I love that house. Now, I have a lot of friends that are in all different houses. I like all the houses, and I love everything about them. They each have a different trait, and that's another video, because like I said, I'm not going to make this tremendously long. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to wrap it up. So Harry Potter gets into there. He starts doing his thing. He gets into sports. If you want to have another video on how he becomes on the Quidditch team, which is kind of like, you know, a football, baseball, basketball kind of theming, but it's totally different. It's actually on a broomstick, which I don't have. I don't have any kind of broomsticks, period. Would love to have one day, but I don't. But as the movie goes on, there is a story that leads up to the saga, and you have to follow it. And once you watch it, you will. The one last thing that I want to bring up before I wrap this up is Harry Potter never got Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or anything. So one part of the movie, he had to stay in at Hogwarts during the holiday time with Ron, and he got a gift. And this is the gift that I wanted to bring up to you. It's called the Invisibility Cloak. And this is just one of the gifts he got. And I purchased this for $11 at Walmart. And I don't have the price tag on it, but I know it was at Walmart because when I saw it, and it's probably been minimum 5 to 6 years ago, probably longer than that. But basically there's an app you can put on your phone, And if you watch the movies, Harry actually has this cloak that was handed down to him, and I'm not going to give too much away, that makes him invisible, and he can go all over the castle and get into all kinds of things that you don't need to be doing. And I purchased this, and I have never used it. So this might even be part of another video where I download the app, try to see if I actually have in my purchase here an invisibility cloak. Now muggles can be invisible too. So I guess they're calling me a muggle. And it's just crazy. So I had to show you that one last thing. And I do want to throw in there that every year that I do pick up a Harry Potter calendar, this is my last one because I have the one on the wall for 2023, is 2022. And they have all the different things on there. So that's a given. I don't do pins and things like that. I want to, but I definitely do the calendars. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this hot mess of a video. I love everything Harry Potter, but I have one prized possession. When my daughter was in 3rd grade, and she's got it right there on the bottom where she put it on there, she made me, she knew I was such into Harry Potter that's what she thought in school to make, this little Harry Potter, and you can kind of tell because of the glasses. But in book 2, which I'm going to do in my next video if this goes pretty good, there is a character in it, and I'm going to show you right here what he looks like. Oh, wait, does it have it on there? Oh, we don't have it on there. Well, anyway, in book 2, which is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, there is a character that is my all-time favorite character that ever exists in my life, and his name is Dobby. And then she was so intelligently smart to figure this out that she put Dobby on the other side of it. I'm going to find you the video. I know I have one with Dobby. I thought it was on the book, but I guess it was on the video. Oh, yeah, it's on the video. Okay, so here's the video for book number 2. And there he is right there. And I know that probably don't look exactly like him. I know my fingers are right on where he's at. Let me do this. See there? So she did me a Harry Potter little ceramic in 3rd grade, which that's Harry Potter right there, and Ron and Hermione. And then in book 2, beloved Dobby comes out, and there she had him on the other side. I thought that was totally amazing. This right here is my favorite of everything I've ever been given, is this little guy right here. All right, guys, that's my video for International Harry Potter Day. I just wanted to tell you, on my channel, I'm going to be incorporating things that I love because I love to make videos and I want to do things that I am interested in. And I know I'm not the only Harry Potter out there, fanatic. And maybe you're going to become one after this video. I don't know. But with that said, guys, subscribe, like, share, and put in the comments. If you made it this long, put in the comments if you have a favorite movie, if you're a new fan of Harry Potter or you don't know what anything is about Harry Potter. And let me know also if you want a part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of this series, because I could tell you all kinds of topics. And we've only talked about book 1 and we didn't even really get into that. So with that said, guys, happy International Harry Potter Day at 7 p.m., 7 minutes of silence, because that's the Battle of Hogwarts. And you got to watch the movies and read the books to know what that means. The battle begins. All right, guys. And until the next one, bye.